trip, 3-2, but the losses were, close, late ones that probably stung.
It was solid. I'm trying to keep a big picture perspective on how we're playing. Tonight was rough for a lot of different reasons. Um, it's a game we should win. It's a game we played well enough to win, just didn't seize control of it down the stretch. And as much as I've played well, shot the ball well, it didn't happen tonight. Our second unit was amazing. Second quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, they deserve a lot of credit for keeping us in the game, and not only keeping us in the game, but giving us a big lead. In that fourth quarter, some sloppy turnovers. Washington made some big shots. We had some tough misses at the rim, and you come out with a loss, and it's tough. So you got to stay positive about where we are overall with a good window of games coming up, and just try to turn the page to hopefully, a good return to chase on Friday. So 3-2, solid. Should have been 5-0. Could have been 4-1. It wasn't. Move on.
Steph, Mark Haynes. I know you don't really care about the streak coming to an end right now or anything, but looking back on what you accomplished and what you did, what are your thoughts on that?
It was a great run. It was something that had been done before, and it was going to end at some point. Now you got to start another one. So it's just a matter of, again, the next play mentality. Trying to get rejuvenated when we go home. I think it was to do it, home, road, some big games, put a streak together. It was a special ride for sure, and never really get too hyped up on individual, streaks or accolades like that. But there were some historical names that, I was able to pass, and doing something at this age was pretty special.
Which of your misses will you kind of replay in your mind tonight? What plays kind of stick out to you when you think about, should it have won the game?
Probably the turnover at the top of the key. We had a good flow going. JP hit me at the top. I could have shot it right away. Second guessed it. Saw KO. It was just a bang bang play that they got a deflection and a steal. Missed some shots down the stretch, but I've made a bunch of them. It's not something that you ever go back and second guess the shot. It's just you wish you would have made it. But other than that, that was a tough turnover at that point. You get a dunk right there. Maybe they call a timeout. We were celebrating. We keep control of the game, but gave them life.
What about tonight didn't work out the way you wanted, but why do you think, looking back now over the last few weeks, the consistency for you has maintained such a high level?
Peaking at the right time, and usually the trend of our season or my season's getting better as each game goes. So I'm glad this season's no different. Just trying to continue to get better and build that confidence of playing my best basketball toward the end of the season.
What have you liked about Jordan Poole's just season, and what do you like about his game and what he's becoming?
He's just resilient no matter what his opportunity is and what his performance is night to night. He has that irrational confidence that is necessary to get through some of those ups and downs. We talked a little bit. I said, I told y'all I would love to show him some film, of me my second year and some of the ups and downs I went through, trying to find your rhythm, trying to find where your shots are going to come from, as opportunities kind of come and go, and just keeping your your confidence about who you are as a player. And he showed that tonight. And he's helped us a lot over the course of the season since he got back from Orlando. And he's going to continue to help us and continue to get better and, be accountable to himself and what he expects from himself out there when he gets his opportunities.
Looking at Kelly and Jordan, I mean, Kelly had a rough January and Jordan had some time in the G League. What do you think about the patience that players get? It seems like sometimes it's the thing that they can need most, but the thing that they can, they get the least of. What is it about patience and giving guys time to figure things out?
It's a part of this business. I mean, everything is so heightened and scrutinized, every single game, as it should be. There's a lot of attention on what we do, but, there's a steady hill to climb in terms of, your overall progress. Nobody's is an overnight success in this league or even when they change teams. So it's, for the most part, it's just one of those situations where you always just want to try to get a little bit better every game. And even if things you don't execute out on the floor, you don't play as well as you want to, you still have to maintain that confidence in yourself. And as a team, we're in a situation where a lot of guys have gotten a lot of different opportunities based on injuries, based on trying to find the right groups of guys and rotations and stuff like that. So I think there's been more experimenting and trial and error this year than usual. So it's a part of the process of us trying to, again, peak at the right time.
Steph, James here with BNC Sports. Next stop, back home to the Bay Area. Fans will be in the house. Just talk a little bit about headed back home and getting some victories.
We're going to enjoy the atmosphere. I think I've talked about it before. It's definitely noticeable if you have even just 1,000 fans in the seats. It makes a huge difference in the atmosphere and whatnot. And obviously at Chase, we had 3/4 of a season opening up a new building and then getting shut down. And we've had a whole season now where we haven't had any fans. So you're kind of sick of looking at the blue tarp. You want to see some bodies in there. And we're going to enjoy the atmosphere. And to your point, we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves in terms of, trying to get it all back or not get it all back, but looking too far ahead in terms of how many games we have at home. We have a big game on Friday against a good Denver team that we got to be ready for.
When you do peak at the home and road ratio you guys have and the opportunities or the opponents you'll be seeing, what kind of feeling do you get about what you guys can accomplish over this last month?
Yeah, I don't think we need to get too ahead of ourselves. Let's win on Friday and take it from there.
Steph, I have two questions for you. First one is, why did you decide to be in a commercial with Sue Bird? And the second one is, what does the athletes as a whole need to do to help the WNBA grow?
I missed what you said.
The first question is, why did you decide to actually be in a commercial with Sue Bird? And the second one is, what does the athletes as a whole need to do to actually help support the WNBA and push it forward?
Just celebrate what they're doing, what they're already doing, what they've done for years now, and what they're going to continue to do on and off the court. They've set a standard and a model for how a league activates and uses their voice and, their platform, and is very consistent with, their stance on social justice, racial justice, any issue that they're passionate about, and a collective energy amongst, all the athletes. So that's one. And then we all just can find ways to collaborate and combine our worlds, if you will, and our reach and our resources to do, special things off the court to, keep impacting going forward. So the CarMax thing with Sue was a special, fun opportunity to shout her out for all her successes and accolades and what she's done in her career. So, nothing more to that.
Let's go with one more. Kendra, I think you had one, right?
Yeah, thanks, Raymond. Going back to what Nick kind of asked you a little bit ago about, you personally getting on this streak the past couple games, opening up more broadly to the team. What has allowed you guys to finally get on the streak? Because I feel like for a really long time, there's been talking about what you need to do as a team, but now you've actually been able to put it together.
It's just reps and continuing to fine tune what we're trying to do. And you got to go prove it. I think like you said, this last 10 game stretch has been much better in terms of our night to night performance. We've had some tough losses, obviously, but some really good wins and trending in the right direction. But even tonight's a learning lesson of even when you don't play your best, just a couple more stops down the stretch, just a couple, but smarter decisions, turn the ball over will, allow us to take a game like this and take it home and get a win. So, we do have 13 games left to take all of that collective experience and hopefully get some guys back healthy. Juan, D. Lee, maybe EP, we'll see, and just again stay in the moment because we have a good thing going right now. I think a lot of confidence, a lot of joy is brewing, so got to maintain that.
Great.